This is class 12th RD Sharma solution. We are taking increasing and decreasing function. Exercise is 17.2, chapter is 17. Now, in any of the question which we are discussing, there are certain things which will be used in all of the question which are coming. So before that, going to the question, let us take the concept. We have two numbers A and B. Now when we multiply, if it is greater than 0, what does it mean? When A and B both are greater than 0, like we have 2, one number I am taking as 2, the other one is 5, you multiply it, it will be greater than 0 because 10. Or both of them are negative, that is minus 2 into minus 5 is 10. So this is only possible when both are positive or both are negative. So this A and B has certain relationship here. A is less than B. So when we take the factor, that is, if we have two factors, say x minus a and x minus b, and we are saying this is greater than 0. With this discussion we just had, x minus a should be greater than 0 or x minus b should be greater than 0 together. A and b I multiplied there. So here the factors are there. Or we have both of them less than 0. X minus a less than 0, x minus b less than 0. So this a less than b means what? Now understand it using the number line. So this is a, this is b. I am saying a is less than b. From left to right it is negative infinity to infinity. Now x minus a greater than 0 means what? Any value which is above a, all these values. X minus b less than greater than 0 means all the value above b. So what is the common point or common values? The common values is b greater than 0. Okay, so we have this final relationship is the x should be greater than b. Alright, now for the second condition where both are less than 0, this is minus infinity to infinity. This is a and b, a is less than b. X minus a less than 0, that means all this area. X minus b less than 0 means all this area. What is the common area? Anything which is less than a, any value which is less than a. So x less than a. Now we have to take all the values. So x minus a into x minus b greater than 0. So either x is greater than b or x is less than a. So this is the first condition. The second condition which we just discussed is x minus a into x minus b if it is less than 0. That is, if a is less than b and a into b is less than 0. What does it mean? One has to be negative. That is, one is negative, one is positive. Minus 2 into 5 is negative 10, less than 0. And 2 into negative 5, which is again minus 10, which is less than 0. So this a less than b, if we consider a less than b, and if x minus a into x minus b has to be less than 0, one has to be negative. So this is x minus a greater than 0 or x minus b less than 0, one case, or x minus a is less than 0 and x minus b is greater than 0. Now let us take the number line to find out the actual solution. In number line, things becomes very clear. So we have negative infinity to infinity. See, x minus a is greater than 0. That is all this area. X minus b is less than 0 means anything which is less than b, all this area, right? So this is what is the common point? We'll just come back to this, but let us complete this one. X minus a is less than 0 and x minus b is greater than 0. So we have this number line. We have this minus infinity to infinity, and this x minus a less than 0 means anything which is less than a, all the values less than a, and anything which is greater than b. So we always take the common point. So what is the common point here? If you combine this common point, only values which are between a and b are the solution for all this, right? In the first part we saw x greater than b and x less than a is the common solution. Here also common solution is x should be between a and b. So whenever the question we have factors, as I have told you everything, just write this: x greater than b, x less than b in case of first. In second case, x has to lie between a and b. This is the whole scenario you should understand. Alright. So this x should be between a and b if x minus a into x minus b is less than 0 and x minus a into x minus b greater than 0, x is greater than b, x is less than a. Now we have fx is equal to 10 minus 6x minus 2x square. So this 10 minus 6x minus 2x square, increasing or decreasing? First of all, why do we need differentiation for increasing and decreasing? So we are going uphill or downhill. The best way is to find a tangent or draw a tangent at that point. If the slope or the tan theta or the angle is positive, that is tan theta is positive, it is increasing. If tan theta is negative, that is decreasing. And what is tan theta? Tan theta is nothing but f dash x. What is f dash x? It is simply dy by dx. So tan theta or slope, dy by dx, all those are synonyms actually. They are same, similar, identical. So when we differentiate this fx, what are we going to get? F dash x greater than 0, that means the function is increasing, that means the slope is positive. If f dash x is less than 0, that means the slope is negative or the function is decreasing. So that is why we need to find out dy by dx, we need to find out the tan theta or the slope. So f dash x will be what? So differentiate this, we get minus 6 minus 4x. Alright, now you will see in various literature and people have been solving it, and they will say 6 minus 4x equals to 0. Find out the value at what x equal to 0 and just locate that point on the line and take a value which is just lower than that value or higher than that value, put it and find out the increasing and increment and decrement. But this hit and trial won't work in mathematics. In mathematics, we need concrete solution. So if you see here, if it is increasing or decreasing, we have to see whether it is greater than 0 or less than 0. So f dash x is greater than 0, that is minus 6 minus 4x is greater than 0. What does it mean? Minus 4x, 6 I am taking here. It will not matter the angle sign. It will be greater than only. Now here x, now we have to multiply by negative in order to get the value x. So better is to multiply negative 1 both sides or negative 1 by 4 both sides. So whenever we multiply negative on both the sides of the inequality, the inequality changes. The greater than will become less than. So what do you get? 6 by 4 is 3 by 2. Negative is already there. So it will be minus 3 by 2. So x is less than negative 3 by 2. What does it mean? That is when you go to the number line, now you can go to the number line and the answer is also with you. That is anything which is less than negative 3 by 2. That point, the function is actually increasing. So we start with negative infinity till positive infinity. We have a value which is minus 3 by 2, that is minus 1.5. So x less than minus 3 by 2, that is value which is less than, it can go up to minus infinity. It can go up to negative infinity. So x should belong to negative infinity to minus 3 by 2. Alright. So this is increasing and this is the interval in which it is increasing. In which interval it is decreasing? Same thing. F dash x should be less than 0. Same thing you have to do. Minus 6 minus 4x. Only the inequality will change. That is, previously it was greater than 0. This is less than 0. Again minus 4x. 6 goes here. Let us multiply both sides by negative 1 by 4. When we multiply by negative 1 by 4, as I suggested, the inequality will change. So minus 1 by 4 when you multiply, this minus 4 will get removed and you multiply minus 1 by 4. The angle sign is going to change. So it should be greater now. This is minus 3 by 2. So anything which is greater than negative 3 by 2, all those points, the function will be decreasing. So if you start with negative 3 by 2, you will go up to what point? You will go up to positive infinity, infinite. That is, you start with negative 3 by 2 and it will go up to infinite. So x will belong to minus 3 by 2 till infinity. In this interval it is decreasing. So it is increasing and decreasing in these intervals respectively. Now how you are going to solve it? Because I gave you the explanation and the logic, but you have to do it like this. Now it is very easy now for you. All of the questions are exactly like this. It is just a repetition. I would encourage you to solve all these questions by yourself. I will solve this one again, x square plus 2x minus 5. So we will do f dash x. It will be 2x plus 2 and this 2x plus 2. So first we will find out the increasing and decreasing. Rather we'll do them together. F dash x should be greater than 0 for increasing. That is 2x plus 2 should be greater than 0 for increasing. So that means what? Just divide both sides by 2, take 2 outside and then divide by 2. So when you divide by 2, it will be x plus 1 is greater than 0, that is x is greater than negative 1. So this again, let me tell you, number line is very important. So anything which is higher than negative 1 will give you the function which is increasing. At all those points, the function will be increasing. So it should belong to negative 1 to positive infinity. Here it is increasing. What about decreasing? F dash x should be less than 0. Same thing here. 2x plus 2 should be less than 0. Now divide both sides by 2. So x plus 2. No, this is x plus 1. Sorry. X less than negative 1. So it is saying anything which is lesser than negative 1 and it goes up to where? To negative infinity. So x should belong to minus infinity. It should start from negative infinity till negative 1. Here it will be decreasing. So here increasing, here decreasing. Now how are you going to write it? This is the process which you have to follow. Now you know all of these because this is simply the quadratic equation and this one is a cubic form. So we have just seen the quadratic form. Now this is the cubic form and there will be no change. The procedure will remain the same. We are going to differentiate and we are going to find out the roots and then we'll see how it is less than 0 and greater than 0. So if you remember the first thing which I told you or the explanation I gave, that is what you are going to adopt here. So you have f dash x which is equal to, I am differentiating now. So it will be 6x square, here 12 into 2, 40, 24, x, here 18, 15 will be 0. So this is f dash x. Now let us take the 6 out, because we can see everywhere it is 6. So I'm taking 6 out now, x square minus 4x plus 3. Now take the root. You know how to make the root? So I always see this first and last number. 3 and 1 is there. In order to form 4, we have to just add these two, but in negative, because we need negative 4. So it will be again x square minus x minus 3x plus 3. That you can follow. X you can take out, x minus 1 here, you can take minus 3 x minus 1 again inside. So x minus 3 into x minus 1. So this is the factor. You don't have to worry about 6. It is always a constant. It is positive. Now we will adopt the same methodology which we explained earlier. So if it is increasing, I am making this arrow for increasing only. I am not writing increasing again and again. It's increasing. This arrow is increasing. That is f dash x should be greater than 0. So multiply this 6 into x minus 1 into x minus 3 greater than 0. 6 you can divide both sides. So this 6 will be eliminated. So x minus 1 into x minus 3 greater than 0 means what? We are talking about x minus a into x minus b greater than 0. And a is what? If you put x minus 1 equal to 0, x will be 1. If you put x minus 3 equals to 0, it will be x equal to 3. So we are talking about a and b, 1 and 3. So a is less than b, 1 is less than 3. So you will directly write this. It should be x less than 1 or x greater than 3. This is the straightforward solution. Now coming to the number line here. So we have less than 1 and greater than 3. So this is 1, this is 3. And less than 1 means anything from 1 till negative infinity. This will tell you x belongs to negative infinity till 1. This one. The next one is anything which is greater than 3. 3 to infinity. That is x greater than 3. X belongs to 3 to infinite. So how are you going to combine these two solutions? You just have to take the union of it. So union means plus only. We are combining both the condition into 1. So it should be negative infinity to 1 and 3 to infinite. Union in between. So anything which is not between 1 and 3, the function is going to increase. Now you can very well indicate or assume that anything which is between 1 and 3, it has to be decreasing, because if you mark the plus as increasing, if you have left as increasing, right it is increasing, the part which is in between, it has to decrease, the function has to decrease. So I am going to tell you the decreasing function here. So the function is saying in which interval it is increasing, in which interval it is decreasing. So you have to show both of them, where or in which interval it is increasing and which interval it is decreasing. This is f dash x which is less than 0. So this 6 into x minus 1 into x minus 3 less than 0. You can again divide both sides by 6. So we have x minus 1 into x minus 3 less than 0. So if a is less than b, 1 is less than 3 of course. So the direct solution is x should be between a and b. That is, it has to be between 1 and 3. So x belongs to 1 and 3. This is the set. So these are the two solutions for increasing and decreasing function. Alright, so you should use the number line in order to show the examiner that you know how to solve it. Now this is the solution for your reference, which you can follow. Step by step, everything you have to write, and this is the way we have to go about it or follow this procedure. This is f dash x greater than 0, this is f dash x less than 0. Find the interval in which the following functions are increasing or decreasing. Now what do you see here? So we will differentiate. Same thing, you can just do it by yourself also. So f dash x is what? It is 5, 0, 36, x is 36, 3 to the 6x, and here you have 3 to the 6, 6x square. Now you can take minus 6 common. When you take negative 6 common, we always write as ax square plus bx plus 6. So when you take this negative 6 common, it will be x square minus x minus 6. Now you know that 6 is 3 to the 6. So 3 and 2 will give you negative 1. Minus 3 plus 2 or 2 minus 3. In whichever way you want to write. So it will be x common x minus 3 plus you can take 2 common x minus 3. So the factor will be x minus 3 and x plus 2. Now put them as 0. X is equal to 3 and x equals to negative 2. These are the critical points that you get. We call them as a critical point wherever this becomes 0, right? But there is a negative 6 also outside. Please remember. So x is equal to negative 2 as I just indicated and x equals to 3. So minus 2 and 3 are the critical points that you are going to actually mark on your number line. Now let us come here. So we have the increasing and decreasing, so we'll do them together so that you understand how we are going to do them. So f dash x should be greater than 0. Here we have f dash x should be less than 0. And what is f dash x? This one, negative 6 into x plus 2 into x minus 3, and this is greater than 0, and I'm showing you the decreasing one, minus 6 into x plus 2 into x minus 3 less than 0. So this is by the definition of increasing and decreasing function. So if you multiply both sides by negative in the inequality, then equality sign sign will change. If you multiply or divide anything, any side, both sides by negative, divide both, then the inequality will change. That has to be kept into your mind. So now multiplying both sides by, or you can say divide both sides by -6. So whenever we divide by negative, it can be any number, the inequality will change. We are trying to eliminate this -6. So the inequality is going to change here. X plus 2 into x plus x minus 3 is less than 0. Here we have x plus 2 into x minus 3 greater than 0. So we have explained it already, or we have seen the explanation. Now we can directly write the answer here because it is now quite clear. X plus 2 and x minus 3 multiplied greater than 0 means x should be, which one is lower, which one is higher. Please remember, -2 is lower and 3 is higher. So minus infinity to minus 2 is one interval and 3 to infinite is another interval, which I can very well say. You can also say that. So A and B, I told you, A is -2 and B is 3 here. A is less than B. So x is less than -2 and x is greater than 3. What about this one? It has to lie between -2 and 3 as previous discussion has commenced. So that means if f dash x is greater than 0, then the value between -2 and 3, all these value, the function is going to increase. And from 3 to infinity and from -2 to -infinity, it is going to decrease. So when you are going to combine them, how are you going to write? Let me show you again. We are talking about -2 and 3, or everything on -2 side on the left, that is from -infinity to -2, it's going to decrease. And on the right side, 3 to infinite. So we have x belonging to -infinity to -2 and x belonging to 3 to infinite. Now when you combine these two, it is going to be -infinity to -2 union 3 to infinity. So I hope you got the idea. This is the solution, where it is increasing, where it is decreasing. So this is how you're going to solve it. I hope you have a better idea now. So this I am rounding, which is the solution here, and this last one, the rightmost. How are you going to write it? So this is the way you are going to write, and you have to complete it, or you can make two cases also. Like first you show the increasing, first then you show the decreasing, and you have to make the number line again and again. I'm reiterating, and this portion I've already explained. Okay, this question is also almost similar to the previous one, so I will show you the reference solution so that you can go ahead with your solution. Here also similar thing, no more explanation needed because already being discussed. Two questions we have taken it like this with elaborated discussion. Here also, this is also the cube one. See here, again same thing. If you have any problem, just let me know, we can discuss on that. But I hope that you guys are quite motivated and intelligent. So you'll be able to complete all of these. Again the cube one, let us go ahead. Next one, same thing, I will go past it again. But the reference I am giving for every question so that if you are stuck anywhere, you can just refer to it. Because the time is limited, we have to complete these many questions. Again, this is quite simpler, there is no x square term. It will be easier for you. Again the cube one, you can also do that. So you can just go ahead, and this one. Okay, this one we are going to take in the next discussion. Till then, thank you so much and take care of yourself.